Former DNC chairwoman Donna Brazile has alleged in her new book that Hillary Clinton took control of the Democratic campaign months prior to her nomination. Brazile claims that Clinton exploited the Democrats' poor finances to achieve that end. Let's go live now to Washington, D.C. Samira Khan's across this story for us. Surprising stuff, this, Samira?
Yes, well, former DNC Chair Donna Brazile has revealed that she thinks the DNC rigged its primaries against Senator Bernie Sanders. Now, in an article titled Inside Hillary Clinton's Secret Takeover of the DNC, Brazile mentioned a deal that was made between the Clinton campaign, the DNC, and Clinton's joint fundraising committee. Now, the arrangement was apparently made to get the party out of debt after Obama's re-election campaign set them back millions. But to put it very simply, the DNC needed money and Clinton was ready to pay. And the deal paid off, but the party became dependent on Clinton.
As Hillary's campaign gained momentum, she resolved the party's debt and put it on a starvation diet. It had become dependent on her campaign for survival, for which she expected to wield control of its operations.
Now, Brazile also stated in the article that the deal allowed the campaign special permissions, including the final say on any of the DNC's decisions, which also included hiring, staffing, analytics, and budget. But let's take a look at what she had to say.
In exchange for raising money and investing in the DNC, Hillary would control the party's finances, strategy, and all the money raised. Her campaign had the right of refusal of who would be the party communications director, and it would make final decisions on all other stuff. The DNC also was required to consult with the campaign about all other stuffing, budgeting, data, analytics, and mailings.
Now, Donna Brazile also says that she has proof that the DNC primaries were rigged against Senator Sanders. But during the campaign, WikiLeaks showed that Brazile, when she was with CNN, leaked debate questions to Clinton beforehand. And this is the revelation that forced her to resign from the network. But this is all very interesting, considering there's been a back-and-forth blame game going on between DNC elites. So it's still unclear who exactly was at fault and if the DNC is right now just trying to save face.
Many thanks, Samira Khan there in Washington. Bring us right up to date. Well, let's stay with this story now, and I can speak to writer and political analyst Daniel Welch. Joins me on the line. Good to speak to you, Daniel. I can almost see it now, phone in hand. It's going to be Donald Trump, crooked Hillary Clinton. Just typing it in now. I'm sure we'll see the tweet. There is a very serious element to this story if these allegations turned out to be true, isn't there? Isn't this usurping of democracy? Will there be an investigation?
Well, they've always been true. This has been known since before the April primaries. Donna Brazile, there are two things. Donna Brazile, this is a self-serving, self-exculpatory Valentine. She was vice chair of this party. It was known in April of 2016 that this arrangement where Clinton seized control of all of the state parties and funneled the money back into her campaign. This is the story, not Russiagate. This is the story of the 2016 election. Now, the problem is that she's just trying to sell a book. So what she's saying will be discounted, but everybody has known this for a long time. This is not news to anyone who wanted to pay attention.
Donna Brazile claims that there was a general lack of enthusiasm for anybody apart from Clinton. Do you think that Bernie Sanders really did have a chance?
Sure. I mean, Trump's pollster said that he would have won. Brazile claims in retrospect, although she didn't say it at the time, and I frankly don't believe her. Like I said, she's trying to save her career and sell books. The thing was, she never said in this article that it was rigged against Sanders. She specifically said she found no proof of that directly, but everything else, it was imagining that she was the coronation queen. It was rigged against anyone who would choose to run. She owned the party before the Democrat process took place. It's a fraud and a farce. And so any attempt to, pin this on Russia is absolutely ridiculous. And the DNC is at fault for just running a terrible campaign, choosing a terrible candidate, and saddling the rest of the world with Donald Trump. That's what needs to be said. It's their fault that Donald Trump is sitting in the White House today. No one else is, and certainly not the Russians.
Why wouldn't Donna Brazile air this information as soon as she had it? Surely the public would have hailed her as being a bastion of truth, shining light on to some shady activity. Why wait so long?
Neil, she is a lifelong political hack. She has always been out for her own. She's complicit. She was the one who handed debate questions to the Clinton campaign behind the back of the Sanders campaign secretly. That's why she got fired from CNN. She does it right now because her book is out November 7th. Sorry to sound cynical, Neil, but that is her agenda. That is her timeline. She could have done it then, and it would have been a bombshell. Now it's just a tired old lady trying to sell a book.
It's a fascinating twist to the political saga so long after the election. We're still talking about it. Really interesting to see what comes next. Daniel Welch, appreciate your time. Writer and political analyst is my guest.